everyone. Welcome to my cozy little corner here in Ukraine. I'm Vidette Vanderweide. I'm quite frankly doing a test here. I have been doing daily tune-in videos for almost 3 months now, and for some reason this last week I cannot upload a 10-minute video to YouTube. So I'm testing it to see if I can get around that, to do my videos live and maybe start something new where we can have a conversation during these lives. However, I'm not scheduled enough yet to schedule them at a certain time. So all of that to say, this is just a test, not of the emergency broadcast system, but maybe doing daily tune-in lives, DTI lives. Anywho, while I'm here, I want to make it worth your value and your time to be here. Last night, I hosted an Igniting the Ascension Frequency workshop. It was an amazing workshop. There was so much great energy that was moved and that was experienced with the collective who was on the workshop. Hang on one second. Priya, my dog's just sitting over there scratching. So as a collective, we were able to do some experiential energy work, as well as working through all of the different aspects of this ascension process. This is not just an ethereal spiritual process that we're moving through collectively on our planet and all through humanity. This is something scientifically that can be shown. So I did present that piece of it in the workshop, as well as the process of rising up in frequency as we go through this photonic belt that we only go through every 11,000 years. We go through it, another 11,000 years, we go through it again. However, only once every 26,000 years, we go through this photonic belt through the constellation of Aquarius. And the frequency of Aquarius is very high. Therefore, coming through it now, going through this photonic belt, the frequency is extremely high, which means our planet and ourselves have to come up to match this frequency, to resonate with it. Anything that is dense, that cannot come up and meet that frequency, is going to dissolve, is going to go away, is going to, quite frankly, die off. We as humans have to come up into that frequency, and we do that by letting go of the densities, the emotional blocks, the emotional frequency, the lower emotional frequencies that are stuck within our energetic bodies. We're also having to have our physical bodies release some of the densities that are caught up in there. Places in our physical world that are compromised are having to be dismantled as well, which is what we're seeing on the outside worlds. So all of this was covered in this workshop. What we ended up doing, quite frankly, as we went through the workshop, after every piece of information, new piece of light, new piece of knowledge, we anchored in the new frequencies of this knowledge. We also purged any lower resonating frequencies that were no longer resonant with the higher light, the higher frequencies that we moved into. It was a really powerful workshop. And the feedback that I received was amazing. People were saying afterwards, I'm buzzing. I'm still buzzing from the workshop. I'm still buzzing from all of the energy. I have to rest. I'm glad I have some time to relax, because I have to come down from the energy that was created on this workshop. I do have the recording. It's up on my website. I'll put the link in the description below so that you can go ahead and grab it. Even though it's a recording, anyone who actually does get the workshop, you will absolutely have the same effects. And in consciousness, you have co-created the workshop. It's hard to understand. It's hard to kind of get our minds wrapped around. However, when we are drawn to something, when we are resonating with something, whether it's been recorded, whether it's already been live, whether you're watching this live on the recording, you have co-created the information in in this workshop, in this recording, to resonate with your consciousness and pull it in at the perfect time for you to get maximum benefit. So whether or not you were on the workshop live, getting the recording is in your best and highest good if you're drawn to it, because it was pretty powerful. The other thing that we anchored in was the wealth frequency. Abundance, money, our physical world is all a frequency. It's all consciousness. And we are going to spend a lot more time on these DTIs, on these daily tune-ins, focusing in on the wealth frequency. Because when we have a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of wisdom, a wealth of consciousness that we put into our daily lives, and we come up into the frequency of wealth and abundance, we then expand energetically. The container of who we are expands, which means we have the resonance to and receptivity to accept in the wealth abundance frequency that comes in all parts of our lives, in relationships, in our work that we do, in the fun and the social aspects, in money, in our material, our material physical world. And it comes in all different ways, in our health and our well-being. So we are here in consciousness, flipping the switch on what we've been taught wealth to be. Wealth is not just materialism and consumerism and all of the possessions that we own. That is the upside down definition of wealth. Wealth is actually being spiritually connected and energetically open and energetically in a higher frequency, which then that projects out into our physical world. And we then attract in, we bring in, we resonate with those things in the physical world. The projection of who we are within then returns in the material world at all of the things that we want to be wealthy in. Spiritual wealth is wealth in all aspects of life, not just the physical. We pulled in that frequency, and it was quite powerful. I would love to invite you to that workshop, to the recording. It's something that I believe is a catalyst to what we're going to be moving into in 2022. For those of us who've been doing this work on the ascension process, for those of us who've been shedding all of our densities, and having the courage to face the things, it's been a tough year because we have actually been working through. We've been doing a lot of work that we haven't been paid for, so to speak, in monetary value, but we've been paid for in overall spiritual connection, emotional well-being. The releasing of all that doesn't serve us is releasing dis-ease of the emotional self, which then it purges anything that's diseased in the body. Therefore, we are projecting this health, this well-being, these higher frequencies of who we are as we come into the higher expressions of who we are. And we're going to be projecting all of this work out into our world, which means we have expanded. Therefore, our material world has to expand. That's going to be the fun ride in 2022. And I would love to have you on that journey with me and understanding what we're doing, pulling in those wealth frequencies. And you start that by getting the recording of this workshop. So here we are. This is working. I'm super stoked to have you here and have this live be working. So this will be recorded. This might be how I just do these daily tune-ins moving forward, since I can't upload anything, and we'll just go from there. But I am back with the daily tune-ins. I will start tomorrow on Monday, every single day. And if you're not on the email list, everyone who's on the email list gets a daily tune-in delivered right to their inbox every day. So you don't have to come looking for it. You don't have to, worry about it. But if you are a YouTuber, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click the notifications button so you know when we go live. And and there's something new from us or from me. Thank you for being here. Love to you all. I'll see you tomorrow on the next DTI Live. It's so cheesy, but I'm kind of liking it. It seems like it might work. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.